Heart disease quite literally attacks you at your core. So, your heart is the most important thing aside from your brain when it comes to life. So, 99% of you guys know somebody who has been affected by heart disease, whether it's on the news, a celebrity, family, friends, anybody. I'm not going to say 100%, can't be 100% confident, but I'm just going to say 99 because it's so common. It's so common that the US population has too many people with heart disease due to an unhealthy diet. Diet is a huge thing because we literally live off of food and our body is made up of what we eat. So due to my deep research, I have learned that about 610,000 people die of heart disease in the US every year. That's 1 in every 4 deaths throughout the entire US. So that's a lot. So say you have 4 people, one of those people is going to die, just from heart disease. So that's a big deal, according to the CDC's research in 2017 on heart disease. Today, I will tell you about the problem of heart disease, what is causing it, and we will look at a solution that each of you can be a part of. Let's start with a look at the problem of heart disease. So according to CNBC's article by Aneri Patani, written in 2016, Americans suffer from heart disease and it is on the rise. The rise in heart disease deaths is a drastic change since they haven't risen since 92 and 93, and it's been on a decline since 69, but now it's starting to uptick, which is bad. So if you look at this chart, you'll see that in 92, 93, there's a slight uptick, and it's been going down, but you see it's starting to slow and bottom out. So if anyone knows stocks or anything, bottoming out, that's not good for heart disease because that means it's going back up, but in stocks it is. That chart was from the CDC as well. So if that doesn't show you how severe this problem really is, take a look at the stats from the American Heart Association in 2017. They said that about 1/3 of heart disease deaths occur before the age of 75. So a lot of you guys, I imagine, expect to live above 75 with good health, whatever. But, take 3 people, one of those won't if they have heart disease, and it's terrible. And it's literally, killing a lot of our population before we can reach, full life of what we want to live. So there is a way to see what causes these problems. The majority of the U.S. population buys the cheapest option when it comes to diet and their foods. So according to CardioSmart.org's article from May of 2018, there was a study done to see the impact fast food has on our health. And it showed that 2.5% of the participants who were free of heart disease, within 1 year they developed heart disease. So that's a pretty big deal. Just in 1 year that this can happen. Imagine what can happen in 10, 20 years down the road. So, the possibilities are endless and it's not what we want. After analyzing the data, participants who lived within a half mile were way more likely, at least 50% more likely to develop heart disease than those who live over a half mile away. And with the increasing, amount of franchises and fast food restaurants growing, they're starting to get closer and closer and closer and more populous to our population, to where this number will increase from 2.5%, maybe to even 10, which will be a huge epidemic, more than it already is. That is according to Statistica.com. The fast food industry is worth $199 billion today, and by 2020 it will be worth $223 billion projected. So imagine what that is 10, 20 years down the road. That could be even 300 and eventually trillions of dollars. And that's all money that they're shoving in their pockets, and they're trying to grow. And that's just, contributing to the epidemic because it's getting them rich. As long as fast food restaurants continue to expand and become larger in store numbers, the rates will continue to climb, just like the fast food profits. In order to fix this problem, we must approach it with a viable solution. The population must start shopping for food locally, going to farmers markets, talking to farmers. You can even go to local grocery stores and see what they have for their sources, because if you know your food and what you're eating, it's going to be a lot better to your diet. You can also reduce your fast food intake and keep track of your diet. And here are a few things. You can start by shopping from local farmers markets, as I said, and you can also make sure to look out for, like when they're open, closed, weather permitting. In the winter you can't do that, so make sure keep an eye on that. And also, this is a good start because you know how fresh your food really is because you know the farmer that grew it, the cows that it came from, all of those sorts of things. And keeping track of your diet is made simple with the MyFitnessPal app. That is one of the most popular diet tracking apps, and that will, enhance your diet tracking abilities to make it a lot easier, more efficient, convenient for the average user. If you don't have access to the internet, you can also just take a journal and record what you're eating and what you know. And you can go to the public libraries and use their Wi-Fi or Starbucks, or just even ask people. You can go to professionals and get free quotes and trials and see what you can do to actually improve your diet and your health. And even if you have the money in the budget, you can hire a certified professional to take care of all this for you, because it is worth the investment. We can all work together to make this problem decrease. To make an impact, you must support your local food sources and not commercial food sources, as they pocket the money either way. Every purchase matters. Think of it like a vote. So you're going to vote for somebody and you want to give them your vote. It's like giving the local farmers the money, and they take that profit and they reinvest it, and that helps contribute. So think of it like that. And you can get more knowledgeable on your diet. Research online how to clean up your diet. If you don't have online, go to friends, go to family, contact professionals at your local gyms. Anything will help. I'm sure a lot of people are willing to help you. Learn what is in the fast food you consume. You can even get a meal bag and prepare your meals in advance to get that convenience that you desire with fast food. So a lot of them pack 3 to 6 meals. You can buy them online or even in your local nutrition store if you really need to. Take these steps into action, and your body and heart will thank you in the end. We need to crush this epidemic together.